Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 16th of October. My name is Philip Kingston.
I'm Gary Pear.
And I'm Darren Krongold.
Great to have you on GPTV this week, Darren. We've been wanting to have you on for months, but great to have you on today.
Well, why didn't we have him on before?
Well, we were just so busy with other people, but great to have you on board. And we'll talk more about...
I would have had you here from the start.
We'll talk more about the mighty Darren Krongold, or Doug as he's affectionately known throughout the industry, in a few moments' time.
We will.
But before we get going, let's talk about where we are. We're at number 164 Balaclava Road in the heart of Caulfield North, on the north side of the street.
Yes.
Hence this beautiful sunlit pool area, which is just a treat, and we'll talk more about that in a few moments' time. Let's get into the weekend. What an amazing weekend we had, because we had 22 auctions. Yep. And for those people watching GPTV, it's important to know that whilst we are an agency with 2 offices, last weekend we actually auctioned 4% of the entire Melbourne market. And if you think about that, there's thousands of agencies in Melbourne, and yet we controlled 4% of the entire stock last weekend. So a round of applause for those of us at Gary, Pear and Associates.
And why is that important for people to know?
Well, it just goes to show that whilst we are a boutique agency, our might and our strength is encompassing a whole range of suburbs.
So you're just big noting us, basically.
Yeah, I just wanted to have a little bit of a, I'm a small guy.
Yeah, fair enough. We know about that. We'll leave it there. Let's talk a bit about the weekend. It was a big one, Phil, and I'm surprised you've got any strength and energy left.
I'm pumped.
And you are a bull. You are a bull. So let's talk about what happened out there. I mean, there's too many results to talk about because we've been here all day and we've got a lot of things to talk about this week on GPTV, but we had a good weekend. We had 13 out of 22, so a pretty good clearance rate, actually in line with industry, which was disappointing for us because we usually exceed it. But
with all that volume, I think we did pretty well.
We did do well. Yeah. Interestingly, the ones that didn't sell, most of them were apartments, actually.
I know, go figure.
And that was really unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, because in this market, it's generally been the stuff that's under $600,000 that's been ticking
the
away
easiest.
pretty easily.
Yeah.
And yet, across the weekend, we had 3 sales right at the top end, and including one that you did, Darren, in WANDA Road. And we sold the more expensive stuff this weekend. So there's a bit of a curveball for the market, Darren, Gary.
Go figure. So if you're looking for an apartment in that $4 to $450 range, we got a couple we didn't sell that I reckon are really good value. Really good value. So, and usually the apartments are the first to sell. So yeah, absolutely, go figure. Let's talk about some of those homes that we did sell that have been reviewed on GPTV. We talked about the ones in Brooran Road. In fact, we shot GPTV from there at 183 Brooran Road. We had 2. They were twilight auctions on Thursday, Phil. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know whether you did serve the champagne and do all of those lovely things, but you sold one before auction.
We did.
And the one that was left didn't sell yet.
So we've now got one,
close.
which is the ground floor apartment, reserved just over $500,000. That is an absolute buy.
And great work to Glenn Bricky cleaning that project up. He did a terrific job, him and Daniel Rees. The other property we featured was at 3 WANDA Road. Darren, you sold that, and you sold that house before, I think.
Yeah, we've sold it 3 times now.
Yeah, it's a beautiful home, isn't it?
It's a great house, great period home. And the owners are happy to move on, and the buyers are absolutely thrilled.
Undisclosed price?
Undisclosed price.
And somebody that just sort of popped up in the last week of the campaign that ended up being the successful bidder.
Yep. And so viewers need to understand that a auction campaign is a 4-weekend program. And often we don't find the buyer for a property not only until the last week of the campaign, but sometimes on auction day the buyer arrives, like in Estelle Road on Sunday.
Estelle Road 230, exactly. We weren't sure we were going to sell that one, were we?
No, we weren't.
But there you go. What we say, we do say where there's auction, there's life. Anything can happen, and we ended up selling that on the day to someone that we call a blow-in that just turned up on the day.
And it does happen a lot. Something like up to 10% of our auction sales get sold to somebody that sees it for the first time on the day of the auction.
Or the day before.
Yeah, in all price ranges, and whether that's from a 1-bedroom for $300,000 up to we've sold homes for in excess of $2 million.
Almost $3 million up in Rosemont.
It
was amazing on the corner.
Most viewers wouldn't kind of get that happens a lot.
The other property that we sold was in Erica Avenue in Glen Iris, which was, we shot GPTV there. Again, unfortunately, price undisclosed, but we shot GPTV from there, and then we moved to the next one, next door.
Absolutely.
And we've now sold them both. And I've got to tell the viewers here that a lot of people think because we have such a great success and such a great market share in Caulfield and East St Kilda and Ellsmere, some people think, oh, well, that's all you actually can sell in, but we've sold all over the place.
Well, those were 2 sales well in excess of $1 million in Glen Iris.
Yes.
And Darren, I mean, you've been with us now almost 20 years. That's right. You've personally sold just about in every suburb in Melbourne, from Toorak to Kew.
Well, I asked Darren, before, where is your furthest sale that you made?
Furthest sale is Mount Martha.
And Mount Martha, yeah, of course. Well, why wouldn't you sell Mount Martha? And what's your smallest price sale?
Smallest price is $47,000 back in '93 in St Hubert's Avenue, or St Hubert's Road, Carnegie.
Yeah. And in fact, my first auction was in St Hubert's Road because sadly Philip's father had a heart attack and he had to go back home to the country.
My father is well.
He is well,
and really, really.
I was going to say that he's well. He's fantastic. He's like you, like a bull.
Be like a bull. Like Kingston a bull. Men are bulls.
This one's full of bull. But we sold. So I did my first auction. You did your first sale.
Yep.
Anyway, Erica Avenue, Glen Iris, really well competed for, and if you've got a home in Glen Iris or Malvern or Armadale,
Mount Martha,
we're there for you. So great weekend anyway, busy, and this weekend action-packed, 17 auctions coming up. Let's talk a bit about you, Darren.
17 again this weekend.
We've got 17 this weekend,
No
mate.
wonder I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Oh,
no wonder I'm drinking vodka at
You're just warming up. Who are you kidding? Let's talk a little bit about this man, Darren. We were just away in Hamilton Island. We've got some news coming up soon. GPTV is now an award-winning GPTV, but we'll talk about that in another week.
Was that the Cannes Festival, or was...
No, it wasn't the Cannes Festival, unfortunately. But let's talk a little bit about this man, Darren Krongold, because 20 years in February, I think it is.
He came to us as a, how old were you?
I was 23.
A hairy 23-year-old,
a lot bigger than what I am now.
But working with us too can do that to you.
It has done that to me.
Harry Lustig's been here 20 years, and we made him short and grey, and we've made you without
skinny and no hair.
Thin and bald.
Exactly
thin and bald.
Right, yeah, good influence, aren't we, Phil? But tell us a little bit about life in real estate at the moment. Where are you at in your career? You're working closely with Sally Zellman, you're running a great team of 4. How's things panning out for you?
No, it's not been a bad year. We've got a great team. Sally and I work very closely, and it's been a tough year, and real estate is a tough market, tough business to be in now, but it's been okay.
Yep.
And
when you say it's been tough, sorry to interrupt, but you and Sally have sold just about every house in the Golden Mile that's been sold this year.
That's right.
And all of them that you've been entrusted to sell have been sold.
Yeah, absolutely. Most of them have been sold. Maybe 1 or 2, just 1 in the Golden Mile, but a few in the other areas. But everything at the top end has pretty much been moved.
Now we need to preface this because a lot of people may not know. Most people would, but Darren specialises in the top end of the market. It doesn't mean that you don't sell properties in other price range areas because you're not fussy, and none of us are.
Sold one for 380 on the weekend, and another one for 800, and then they're higher.
But if it comes to the prestige area of the market, it's almost a given that you're going to have the buyer, and you're dealing with these people in terms of who want to buy and of course who want to sell. So I'll go often to an open inspection that have a prestige home in one of the better streets, and I'll stand there and I'll just shake my head, with great pleasure and satisfaction, because people will come in and Darren will know one after the other. He's got their name and number as a matter of process, which we do, but you really don't need it because you know these people, you know what they've been, where they've been to, what they've seen, and we have a nomination system within our office of nominating buyers, and if Darren's not handling the property, because often other agents are listing prestige homes as well, you can be pretty sure he's going to nominate the buyer into it who's going to purchase it. How do you see the top end? Things are going pretty strong, good, hot, cold. How are you finding it?
Hot and cold.
Yeah.
Every property's different. We've had one earlier on this year that went like a rocket in Airdrie Road, and the others have been okay.
I mean, there's not much you haven't sold. No. Pretty much everything's moved, hasn't it?
No, everything pretty much at the top end has actually gone.
And it's interesting when we talk about the top end, Darren, because this house that you had in Airdrie Road, and it's interesting for the viewers to hear this, whilst the market is more subdued than it was during the boom, we still get results like that sale in Airdrie Road, which sold for over $500,000 in excess of the reserve.
That's right.
And we wouldn't have got any more for that house in the height of the boom.
2009 and 2010, you wouldn't have got any more for it, so it was an extraordinary
So there's still plenty of money around, it's just that there is, people I suppose are a bit more cautious.
They're cautious on the quality and what they're looking for, and they'll go out there now, definitely they'll be out buying if the right quality home's there, they're not going to wait.
A little bit on the personal side about Dubs, or Darren as we more formally call him. Married to Hayley, how many years this year?
We're 12 years this year.
And your 3 beautiful daughters?
I've got 3 beautiful girls, Brittany and Ricky, who are 10, and they're twins, and I've got little Hope will be 5 in December.
And you've just renovated or completely rebuilt the house that you've been living in?
Yep.
And you moved in, what, 4 weeks ago?
We moved in 4 weeks ago, been there 12 years. started building 12 months ago, and it's we're absolutely loving it.
And you've done an amazing job on that, and hopefully you'll have a mortgage for the rest of your life, which will mean that you'll be working hard for the rest of your life.
Yeah, and four girls. You've got a mortgage.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm going to have to take a bit of your thunder away here. Hayley is a beautiful lady, and we're all very fond of her. How did you meet her?
How did I meet Hayley? You can thank Hannah Pear, who introduced us, the little matchmaker she is.
So if nothing else, at least the Pears were good for one thing, that we've introduced
found my life. Found the love of my life.
Did we get an introduction fee?
Nothing. No nomination fee, no listing, nothing. Anyway, but he's happy with us, so he shines his face on us every day and says how wonderful. So Darren, thank you for all your great work over the years and great service, and you offer great service, and I think if there's one thing Darren's known for, it's his tenacity and his ability to absolutely give people phenomenal service, and that's certainly been your trademark. In fact, we have an award monthly, and Darren's nickname, as you mentioned earlier, is Doogie, and the award is actually the Doogie Award that we give out each month to the salesperson of the month in honour of course, one of the best.
All right, that's enough talking about Darren.
Sorry, mate. Talk more about me.
Let's talk about the weekend coming up.
Nice guy, isn't he?
Jump into it.
Yeah, nice guy. Let's talk about this weekend. It's a big one. We're going to review them thick and fast, Phil, because we've got 17 options.
Got to get through it quickly.
And we'll be here all day. Let's talk firstly about the unit. It's 378 Orong Road. Unit 2, 378 Orong Road. That's a beauty. It's coming up.
Older style apartment?
Older style apartment coming up this Saturday, 11:30 a.m. Racing in CAULFIELD Cup this weekend, Philip. Okay, let's move on. 26 Pine Street. You know about that?
That is a double-fronted 70s house on a good parcel of land.
Yes.
That's been very popular, Gary, and I think that's going to go really well.
Being auctioned on Saturday, Philip.
It is.
Looking forward to it. Saturday at 12:30, we have an auction on North Road, number 3 at 195 to 197 North Road. Some people think that's a difficult address to sell in, but we're going well there.
North Road, we've always done well, Gary.
We love it. Bring it on. We are looking forward to seeing people there. It's going to be on Saturday at 12:30, Phil, and I think it's Leo doing that auction, if I'm not mistaken. Sunday morning, we have a terrific property on BAMBRA Road, Unit 8 at 75 BAMBRA Road this Sunday. We look forward to seeing you that one, and that's on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Let's just talk a little bit about what's happening at the end of Sunday, Phil. You're going to have a very busy weekend, young man, and at 3:30, 4 o'clock and 4:15, you are going to be lining them up and machine gunning those three properties
I can't wait for this one, and Darren's been working on this one, numbers 19, 21 and 23 Alexandra Street.
How are you going to sell those, Phil?
Well, we're going to start with number 23, which is a single-storey, solid brick, really attractive 3 to 4 bedroom family home.
We had a lot of people there, Darren?
Yeah, no, it's been well received. Been good inspection.
The house next door at number 21 is a wonderful solid brick 2-storey architect designed home in immaculate condition, ready to move into. And then number 19 is the tennis court to number 21, which is a block of land all on its own, really fabulous block of land, but could also be bought by the person that buys the 2-storey house. You just never know.
2 more items of business to get through on GPTV this week. One of those is to talk about the very important award-winning iPad. I've got it here.
Now let's talk about this, Gary, because it's now obviously a couple of weeks since the grand final, but we were away for the school holidays, we didn't get an opportunity to announce the winner.
We didn't.
So
in third place, Philip.
In third place, Gary, quickly now.
16 points. They said Sydney would win, and for those who haven't seen, this was at the start of the final, so we didn't even know what team was in it. There was a few people that tipped Sydney and Hawthorn and picked Sydney to win. One of those people who didn't win was Greg Stedman, who said 16 points, but didn't quite get it. The second person was Maya Tavelsky, who said 14 points. But the winner, and Sydney won by 10 points, the winner, 12 points, was Rowan Slatter. So congratulations, Rowan, you have won the iPad. iPod?
Well done. No, it is an iPad. It's the current iPad.
It's a current one.
And we do need to say a special thank you to realestate.com or the REA Group.
Yes.
The biggest.
It's new, isn't it, Philip?
It's the biggest featured website in Australia. And we do thank the team at realestate.com for donating that iPad.
Let's thank them then.
Thank you.
We are now at 164 Balaclava Road in CAULFIELD North. We are signing off, but not before we talk a little bit about this house, Phil.
This house is just the complete package, Gary. You could use it as 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms, beautiful entertaining areas, the most incredible kitchen meals family room, complete with our fresco area that's undercover, this gorgeous swimming pool, and a cabana that could be used as a home office cabana or a teenager's retreat. Just the most sensational house.
And there's no board here. We're only just starting the campaign, so it's very early days. You'll have some buyers for this, I would have thought, Darren. So I think Adam Jossie's handling it, but you can come and sell it with him as you did in Estelle Road together. Right. That's what teamwork does. It makes beautiful results for our sellers and our clients. That's a big week on GPTV. It's a spring frenzy, Phil. Everything must go. Grand sale, grand sale. We've got auctions everywhere. We've got 17.
Right, in the interest of a wrap. Thank you very much again for watching an extended episode of GPTV. My name's Philip Kingston.
Come Extended has it. Gary Pear.
Darren Krongold.
Have a great week.
Cheers.